families, it's great to be here today for Families Matter, St. Lucie Public Schools Parenting Guide. We are excited to be your hosts. My name is Rebecca Benton. I'm a life skills parent educator with Student Services.
Hi again. I'm Dejan Jackson, Family and Community Outreach Administrator on special assignment for St. Lucie Public Schools. The focus of our show today is a spotlight on two amazing community resources, iThink Financial and Save Kids.
The purpose of Families Matter, St. Lucie Public Schools Parenting Guide is to give parents and families information about the resources found within our local community. The resources shared could be in the form of people connected to St. Lucie Public Schools, like school counselors, district support personnel, or educators on your child's campus. Or the resources could be found on our St. Lucie Public School website. And it could be in the form of local community agencies that help your child achieve success. You play a pivotal role in the life of your child and children. And as always, our aim is to support you. We are so excited to discuss these amazing community resources.
We're going to first share information about iThink Financial. And we have Marcelo Espinal with us here today. Can you share with us a little bit more about yourself and the role that you play at iThink Financial?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me today. Super excited to be here. So I've been with iThink Financial for 4 years. I work as a community development manager, partnering with local schools, employer groups, and nonprofits to deliver excellence to our members and value to the communities we serve. So it's been amazing to truly make a difference in our communities.
Yes,
That's wonderful.
And we've seen it firsthand at many community resource fairs. So
yes,
we know that summer is right around the corner. What advice do you give families to start budgeting for this summer?
So we suggest opening a summer savings fund, set a few dollars aside per paycheck for summer activities, get your kids involved, ask them what they would like to do. This can help with setting goals and map a plan, and also prioritize activities to help rank and focus what they might find a more meaningful experience. So consider rising cost of fuel for potential getaway weekends, the rise of electric costs, it's the summer in Florida, right?
Right.
And also food costs as well. Keep those pantries full, make sure that fridge is full for when they want to grab a snack.
Lots of snacks.
Yeah. So this can help them start budgeting as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so you want to look into budget-friendly camps, movie deals that are offered locally, things to do with the family on a budget. So maybe think about checking your social media to see what's happening locally in our community as well.
And we've done a lot of spotlights on low cost or free events in the summer, and our school district website offers also many of the resources found within our local community. With the rising cost of gas, you know, it might be a trip to the next town. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The next street over.
Yeah.
With that,
Absolutely.
check out our website for those summer resources that are free or low cost.
Absolutely.
Now, what are some summer expenses that kind of sneak up on you that you need to budget for and be aware of?
So with summer camps, you have to think about food costs. Some camps include them, some don't, so you want to consider that. And also the travel, sometimes these camps do, whether or not you're going to have to pay for those. And then the kids don't always like to think about this, but summer's also when we do back to school supplies. So once Independence Day rolls around, the store starts to fill up with school supplies. So look up for that tax-free shopping week.
That's a huge week,
And when school's out, it's always, if you want to travel, airline tickets get pretty expensive. So plan those trips out as far as advanced as you can and budget accordingly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So learning about the value of a dollar can start at an early age. And if a student earns money maybe through their chores or allowance, or if they're in high school, maybe a job, what is a simple plan for categorizing the money that they might earn, and why is it important for students?
So ideally, you want to be practicing the 70-20-10 rule for budgeting, which is a simple strategy where you allocate 70% of your income to your wants and your needs, 20 to savings or investments, and then 10% for your donations or budgets. These can be adjusted based on your needs and wants versus debt, but also this would be the ideal percentages when we have low debt, but can be adjusted when you're trying to eliminate debt, starting a budget for the first time. So the sooner you work on the budget, the easier it will be to allocate those funds and live within your means. And your budget should be visited often. You know, it's a living, breathing thing. So, and adjusted accordingly when you get paid or when you're paying those bills.
Absolutely.
So you've talked a lot about budgeting and some of the guidelines that help with this. And I know that when I'm driving out and about in the community, I pass banks and I pass credit unions, and I'm like, okay, what is the difference between those? And what should families look for when choosing a checking, savings account at either of these institutions?
So unlike banks, credit unions are not-for-profit and member-owned. So we're local and community-based. We keep our earnings and return them to our members by giving them lower rates on loans versus banks, and by offering higher interest rates on the money they have on deposit. So when you're looking for a savings and checking account, look for accounts that offer free services. Some institutions might even charge you if you don't have direct deposit coming in, or if you don't have a minimum balance.
Oh, wow.
So ask if there are transaction-based fees as well, like in-branch deposits, or transferring money from a savings to a checking account, or vice versa. Sometimes you get charged for that. Always use your financial institution's ATM or branch locator to find access to free ATMs to avoid those fees as well.
Yeah. And I don't even think about it, but sometimes I'm like, okay, where can I find my local bank or credit union? I have an app for that. And I can look right on my phone to use that locator.
Especially when you're traveling.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, my husband's probably going to shake his head at this question because he's probably explained it to me a few times. But how does credit work? And I know this is a big topic, especially for students in high school as they're learning about credit cards and credit scores. And what rules should students follow to avoid long-term debt?
So credit is used to secure jobs, purchase cell phones, which everybody has, insurance for your home, for your car. And credit cards are a building block for credit and credit worthiness. So character, capacity, and capital establishes your credit score, which in turn determines your interest rates for those loans that you get. So following a budget similar to the 70-20-10 can help avoid long-term debt, and also look for scholarships. Consider dual enrollment if you're in high school, which will cut your college costs because you can secure your associates for free, and save by cutting down on four-year tuition down to basically two.
Right.
So potentially that'll get you into the workforce at a younger age, and you can start your career, and your income growth is faster. Consider staying local as well to minimize those room and board expenses and out-of-state tuition costs.
That's what my son said.
That can help minimize those school loans. So quick internet search says that 2026, the average student loan debt per borrower is about $43,000.
Wow.
So borrowers aged 35 to 49 hold an average debt about $50,000.
Oh, wow.
So that means they graduated about 10 years ago, and they have that debt, which is crazy.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
It's hard to, go on those trips and build a good budget when you have a big student loan debt.
Yeah, and I know way back when I first attended college, I was hanging out on the greens, and I was offered free Frisbees or a meal, and it was just simply to sign up for a credit card. The tips that you provided give some guidance for that, and that's really, really important. Don't get sold by the free money.
Free money, yeah.
At that early age.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, we have a range of people who tune into Families Matter. And especially our middle and our high schoolers that are getting ready to graduate and go into college. For middle and high school students, we might ask them, what do you want your life to look like after you graduate from high school? And after that graduation, whether it's college, technical school, military work, what would you say are the estimated cost of each option with tuition, books, housing, transportation, all of that?
Yeah.
So currently in the state of Florida, tuition costs about $20,000 to $24,000 a year to cover all those costs. So a 4-year program, which takes people sometimes 5 years to do, can cost up to $125,000 per student. So if you want to have an out-of-state experience, you'll be looking at about double that rate.
Yeah, I'm staying home.
Out-of-state tuition can average, $18,000 to $30,000, but it varies from state to state, and also on the institution as well, the school that you're planning to go to. So that can drastically reduce, staying in-state can drastically reduce those tuition costs.
Absolutely.
And help you with lower student loan debt.
So what steps can families take now as they're preparing for college costs? So like FAFSA, any maybe scholarships, and who's responsible for each step? What should students do? What should parents help with?
So the federal deadline for FAFSA this year is June 30th. We would suggest to apply now if you haven't already, to ensure that you have those funds available. So when it comes to registration, you're ready to go. You don't want to be running around still filling out paperwork when that time comes. So students should take an active role in partnership with their parents or guardians and in conjunction with your school guidance counselors to make sure you're meeting all those due dates. So the earlier the better. Look at your employers, parents look at your employers to see if they're offering scholarships or tuition reimbursement. Make sure to get involved in your community so you know what's offered locally. And do a quick query search on a search engine for scholarships and apply for the ones that you can qualify for once you review those qualifications.
That's important to know.
We have a great college and career advisor who has a Teams page, and she's constantly posting scholarship information for high school students, and parents can join as well. So it's I mean, it's a wealth of information, and a lot of the scholarships are very quick, easy application. So it's just, you know, I've always tell my students that I've mentored to keep a running document of their name, their address, and reuse some of those essay questions, because it's, you know, how will you benefit from the scholarship? Tweak a few words, and then there you go. You've now, you know, written an essay for 5 different scholarships. So
that, and also our district does a great job with having college fairs here at our district office and also within the local community. And the HBCU HSI College and Career Fair, we have it linked on our website. We have done a show on that. All of those resources come into play, and we definitely want our families to visit those, especially as we're nearing graduation time for our seniors.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you being here. How can iThink Financial help families start planning, whether in middle, high school, or even as early as elementary?
Well, we always say start with a free savings account for your child and have a plan. Start with any amount you're comfortable with to contribute to their accounts, and budgeting can start at an early age. Staff at our branches is always willing to help with budgeting and work with building credit once they're ready for that as well.
Absolutely. Now we've talked about scholarships. Does iThink Financial offer a scholarship?
So we do offer 2 $2,500 scholarships
That's amazing.
per region. So we have 3 regions: South Florida, the Treasure Coast, and also Georgia.
And is that linked on your website?
Yes.
And we'll link it on ours, of course.
That's right. So if I'm working at a school and I have my child in, let's say, elementary school ABC, right? Does iThink Financial Credit Union partner with my child's school?
Check with your school to see if we do.
Okay.
We do currently partner with various schools in the Treasure Coast, and we can come in and partner and talk about financial literacy, do seminars. We can do it at parent nights, math nights, STEM nights, whatever the school's doing where the parents are coming in with the kids, we can be there and be a part of that as well.
That's
And I
wonderful.
know just recently we had a Better Together job and resource fair, and front and center in the resources, I looked out and had a chance to see you there. You are strong. Your financial institution is a strong community partner, and we thank you so much for that. And we thank you for being here and sharing your expertise here today. Right, Rebecca?
Oh, and now you've shared so much information for families that is so important, as starting in elementary, going all the way up to high school and college.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
so thank
It was
you.
so fun being here for today.
All right,
you.
thanks.
We have another great community spotlight. Safe Kids of the Treasure Coast is here with us today, and we have Kendall Vaillancourt. Can you share with us a little bit more about yourself, and to get us started, just tell us about your job?
Of course, thank you so much for having me. I work with Safe Kids Treasure Coast, where we focus on unintentional injury for children 0 to 19, but also I'm a mom, so I know firsthand how serious and overwhelming it can feel to make sure that your child is safe.
Yes.
For all the safe things.
Yes, absolutely.
So we are so glad you're here with us. And as that safety expert, it is so important to look at home safety tips. Where should families start when they are looking at those home safety tips?
So I always tell families to get down on your child's level, like literally. If you have a 1-year-old, get down on your little 1-year-old's level. That's where you really start to see the things that they see. So cleaning supplies and furniture, outlets. Make sure your outlet covers are in. The biggest thing I say is make sure that your TVs are secured to the wall and your dressers and any heavy furniture that could tip is on and secured to the wall.
Oh, those are some really great tips. And I love getting down on the that's great just for all things. Like getting down to your kids' level is so great. Now, one thing that always stresses me out as a parent is car seats. Getting them in the car seat, getting them clipped, making sure the car seat is installed correctly. But Safe Kids has some great guidance about car seats. So what resources or tips can you share with us regarding car seat safety?
So car seats can feel really complicated, but a few things make a huge difference. Make sure that your seat is installed tightly. We want to make sure right at the belt path, no more than 1 inch. And that's just a firm handshake. Make sure that chest clip is right at armpit level. That rides down the crash forces. And then you always want to follow the height and weight limits for your specific seat. And one of the best resources, go get your seat checked. Call Safe Kids, make an appointment, get your seat checked by a certified car seat tech.
In my house, we call that the heart strap, and that it needs to be at your heart because it protects your heart. So that's always something that, you know, it's a quick glance that we've just trained ourselves, like, okay, is the heart strap where it needs to go? And my kids now know, you know, they need to pull it up so that it is, you know, protects the very important things.
Yes. And you know, it's been a while since I've had to buckle my kids in. As a grandparent, I'm hearing the tips, and I know as a grandparent, I would want to know some of those cool things to share with kids, grandkids, and also to be aware of, because it's everyone's responsibility when you're, I don't want to say babysitting, but when they're coming with the cool grandma, like Grandma DJ, make sure you're in, make sure you're ready to go. So that is wonderful.
So can you tell us where families can go to get their car seats checked locally?
Yes, so they can reach out to us. We can schedule an appointment for them. They can come to one of our car seat checks. We have them all over the fire station, police department. The phone number is 772-462-3501. Call and schedule an appointment.
Yeah, and we'll link that information on our website.
Rebecca, I have a feeling that you will like this question. So what information can you share with families about transitioning from a car seat to a booster seat?
Oh, this might be up my alley,
This is one of the biggest areas where we see kids move too soon. Just because your child wants to move up doesn't mean they are ready. Kids should stay in a harness seat as long as possible based on the seat's limits. When they do move to a booster seat, they need to be mature enough. If they're going to reach down and get a toy from the ground, they are not mature enough because now that seatbelt is not where it needs to be. We don't want them putting it behind them. A good rule of thumb is usually around 5 to 7 years old.
Oh, yep, I do have a little friend, and I'm going to use that because they like to reach down and get toys, and so we have to make sure we're being safe in the car always.
And you know, we're getting ready to move into summer, and with that summertime comes travel time, right? So what are some travel tips for families as they get ready to head out?
Planning ahead is huge. Making sure their car seat's installed correctly before long trips, and pack essentials where you can reach safely. You don't want to be digging in your back. Never leave a children in the car, even for a minute. Temperatures rise at an extremely fast rate. Take breaks on long rides so not only you don't get restless, but your kids don't get restless. And double check that the kids are buckled correctly every single time. And if you're flying, the safest place for your child to be is in their car seat if the plane allows it.
Great tips. And summertime usually means lots of time around water too, especially in Florida. So Safe Kids emphasizes constant supervision around water. And what are some other safety tips when it comes to being around water during the summer?
So we want to designate a water watcher. Make sure that somebody's eyes are always on all the children. And then make sure that they have properly fitted Coast Guard approved life jackets, not the arm floaties. They give a false sense of security. Teach kids basic water safety as early as possible. Floating can go a long way. And empty any buckets, pools, anything that can hold water, because drowning can happen so fast, and it's quickly and quietly. And then it's really important that if you do live near water, if your child is missing, call 911 before anything.
Oh yeah, that's a very great tip.
Absolutely. And we know that summertime means more time outside, and you've covered travel and water safety. talking about safety. That's
Yeah.
why we have our bright orange on. And we've done a show actually on water safety where we emphasize colors matter. And so with that, we know that you've given some great advice. So with the travel time, summertime, bikes come out, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So with bikes coming out, what do you suggest for families about bike safety?
And it's not only bikes. Anything that you're going to be riding that has
Yes.
wheels on it, bikes, scooter, rollerblades, hoverboards, electric bikes, scooters, we want to make sure that you're wearing a helmet. A properly fitted helmet can go a long way. We want to protect the one brain that we have, and if they fall down and they hurt their head, it could, be very dangerous. So we want
Absolutely.
to make sure that they're wearing their helmets, and if you're riding your bike or scooter or whatever form of transportation you're on, that you're wearing a helmet as well, because they're going to follow what you do.
Yes.
But with bikes, the e-bikes and scooters, they're faster, they're more dangerous. So we want to make sure that the children know the rules of the road when riding their e-bikes and scooters. Making sure that they're staying on the correct side of the road, following the same rules as not only bikes, but sometimes cars. Making sure that they're stopping at stop signs, and make sure that they're wearing bright, visible clothing, and they have reflectors and lights on their bikes.
Oh gosh, those are some really great safety tips for summertime, but all year round.
All year,
And we're
yes.
just so thankful for you, Kendall. And again, we'll link all the information shared today on our website, and we're just so grateful for you to be here with us
Thank
today.
you.
So again, always shared a lot of information on the show, and every show we give you so much, families, and so we've gone over a ton in today's show.
Wonderful, as always.
Oh, as always. I mean,
As always.
the best show always.
Yes.
And we hope that you have learned more about this amazing community resources that we've shared in today's show.
Now, once again, if you have missed any of our shows, please check out our website. And we want to say a very special thank you to our resident expert on the
Thank you.
Treasure Coast. And if you have missed any of our shows, please tune in to WLX Horizon, the app, to watch it, catch up, and feel connected. Check out St. Lucie Public Schools' social media outlets and our homepage for our next show. Next month, we are dedicating our show to the summer support at home.
Remember, all families matter in St. Lucie Public Schools.